In the heart of Asia, among incense-filled temples and silent churches, stories of faith, seeking, and hope intertwine.
Taiwan is a spiritual mosaic, a living laboratory of diversity and religious freedom.
Here, Buddhism and Taoism, Christianity and Islam, Confucianism and new paths in search of truth coexist.
But how is this diversity truly lived out?
In Taiwan, in 2025, out of a population of about 23 million people, only 300,000 are Catholic. A growing minority, but one that is highly respected by the local population.
我是19岁才开始发生的，但是
As a child, I was healthy. The illness began when I was 19. The faith of my family didn't help me accept my illness. This religion gave no meaning to my suffering. They said it was the result of sins from past lives. Then I first encountered Protestantism and later Catholicism. Catholicism helped me understand God's unconditional love. God has a plan higher than ours. He gives us challenges to face, but also gifts to enjoy. I face every difficulty in His company. Even if you don't know what lies ahead, you can feel that He is with you. When you experience His presence in your life, you finally understand that everything has meaning. During my school years, I came to know Christianity thanks to a teacher. Later, after getting married, I converted to Catholicism. As a child, I was healthy, but I started to get sick at the age of 19. Once I became paralyzed, my faith pushed me to care for others in the same condition. When I was young, I worked as a journalist, news anchor, and TV show host. Later, I became a member of parliament. I am now the director of a social department. After falling ill, I founded a foundation for rare diseases, and I work and volunteer to support people with serious illnesses.
Io sono arrivato verso la fine di agosto del 92.
I arrived in Taiwan toward the end of August 1992. My first impression upon leaving the airport was that I had stepped into my home oven. A typhoon was approaching, so it was incredibly hot, especially after a night on the plane with air conditioning. Another thing I remember is that my mother had given me a radio with both shortwave and longwave. When I got home and settled in, I tried to tune the radio to a station where I could hear some news or music. The only music the radio could pick up was Russian music. Everything else was in Chinese. I thought to myself, now I'm truly far from home, far from Italy.
All'inizio andavo a fotografare I templi.
At first I used to take photos of the temples and all the strange things I saw, these ugly, colorful spirits. But then a Jesuit priest, when we began engaging with different cultures, explained to us the meaning and the role of these spirits, which they call deities. Little by little, I began to understand that popular religion isn't so bad after all. When they make a good person into a local god, or when I see people praying to these deities and offering incense, it makes me appreciate their culture.
Prega questi divinità e si offre l'incenso, è come diciamo così, un apprezzamento di questa cultura. Particolarità della Chiesa a Taiwan penso sia quella di sopravvivere.
I think the unique aspect of the church in Taiwan is its ability to survive. The presence of other religions, not just the folk religion, but also prominent Buddhist monks who have many followers among the Taiwanese, gave the impression of a minority church. The church is indeed a minority, but another impression I had was that it is, we could say, also quite traditionalist. And I think tradition must be in dialogue with our current time.
Deve essere mandata avanti.
Catholics collaborate with local religions, especially in the area of charity. One example is the Missionaries of Charity, the Sisters of Mother Teresa, who receive rice every week to distribute to the poor in the city of Taipei, donated by a Buddhist foundation.
We normally come here every Monday to prepare the lunchbox for the homeless people. I go there to distribute the fruit to the homeless people around the Taipei, the final judgment in the Bible. To me, Jesus did not ask, "Oh, are you a Catholic? Do you do a lot of work, or how many great work you have done, or how is your business?" Jesus basically asked, what have you done for my least of my brothers? The one that touched me is that the homeless people, some of them, they know me. So they will kind of like treat me as an old friend of some sort, right? So that's what touched me. It's not say, okay, I'm just here temporarily, try to bring something to you, but what impressed me most is how the sisters, when they do the work, they are not doing that for, let's say, for efficiency, right? They don't want to have let's say, our mobile phone. I asked them why. They say, because they don't want the homeless people to feel you have something I don't have. That's impressed me most. Not the efficiency or how many people I serve, no. It's how many one-on-one relationship we are with the people. It's very impressive.
Interreligious dialogue begins with us, and we can say that the most immediate foundation, before reaching a philosophical or religious dialogue, is the dialogue of friendship, the dialogue of mutual help, especially in service to the poor, by developing our Christian charity for the least among us.
Non sanno delle altre religioni niente. Ho provato, ad esempio,
People in Taiwan don't know much about other religions. For example, I once tried using incense sticks instead of a thurible during Mass. At a certain point, even though they were well-educated people, they told me, "The incense stick reminds us of when we used to go to the temple." And our choice to become Catholic was precisely a break from those traditions. So it brought them back to temple practices. And we decided to use a different form of incense instead. But it was an attempt to experiment with inculturation.
Un tentativo di sperimentare, diciamo così, una inculturazione. Ci sono state altre forme, diciamo così, I paramenti.
There have been other forms of inculturation. The vestments, or our church where there is an ancestral altar. And in all churches in Taiwan, there is this ancestral altar where, on Lunar New Year and on the Day of the Dead, Christians come to pray and offer their prayers.
Insieme poi offriamo la frutta, I fiori.
Together, we also offer fruit, flowers, and wine, and we also offer incense. We use these incense sticks, and everyone bows before the tablet that bears the names of the various Christians from the parish who have passed away.
Di questa parrocchia.